Hello everybody, my name is Mabel. I come from South Africa and I belong to the All Saints Church in Milan. I am here today to read the next Christmas story. It is called The Star That Went Zoom. Ready? Listen. Twinkle, twinkle went the stars, and the star watchers nodded and smiled. "There's a pretty one," the first star watcher said. "And look how brightly that one is shining," the second star watcher said. "And the big one over there?" cried the third star watcher. "I don't think I've ever seen one so big." Twinkle, twinkle went the stars, and then one of the stars went zoom. "Did you see that one?" asked the first star watcher. "Couldn't miss it," said the second. "What do you suppose it means?" wondered the third. So they all ran for their special star-watching books. Look at the picture. They all went to their books. Twinkle, twinkle went the stars, and the star watchers read and searched and scratched their heads. They couldn't understand. "It's not an earthquake," said the first star watcher. "We can be grateful for that." "And it's not a flood either," said the second. That's when the third star watcher went, "Aha! I've found it." A zooming star means that somewhere a king has been born. A new king has been born. "But where?" asked the other star watchers. "There's no way to tell," said the third star watcher, "unless we follow the star and see where it stops." "Then let's do it," said the first star watcher, putting on his hat. "Sounds good to me," said the second, as he pulled on his long coat. "I'll need to find someone to mind the cat," said the third, "but I'd like to go as well." And so the star watchers gathered their servants and loaded their camels, and with the stars twinkle, twinkling above, they set off after that special star, the star that went zoom. The star zoomed left. The star zoomed right. Over hills it zoomed, and deserts, and rivers, and mountain peaks. The star watchers did their best to zoom after it, but the hills were high, and the deserts were hot. The rivers were deep, and the mountain peaks were hard to climb. And that was why it took them so long to follow the star. For days and weeks and months they travelled, until finally the star stopped, and they found themselves in Judea, at the edge of the great sea. "This is the land of the Jews," said the first star watcher. "Then the baby must be their new king," said the second. "So let's find the palace suggested the third star watcher and give him the honour he deserves. They thought they had it all worked out, and so the star watchers headed for Jerusalem and the palace of the king. But what they failed to notice was that the star had zoomed somewhere else. The star watchers asked everyone they met. "We have come from the east," they explained. "We are looking for a king. Perhaps you could help us find him, the newborn king of the Jews." Everyone was surprised by the question, and no one more than King Herod. "What do they mean?" he shouted at his advisers. "I am the king of the Jews." Yes, of course," stammered the frightened men. But perhaps they are looking for the special king, the one God promised us many years ago." "And where would they find such a king?" Herod growled. "In Bethlehem," the advisers stammered again. "At least that's what the prophets say." "I see," Herod muttered, and then his eyes began to twinkle like two dark stars. "Send for these star watchers," he commanded. "I have something to ask them." The star watchers came as quickly as they could, and once Herod had sent away his advisers, he leaned over to the star watchers and whispered, "The king you are looking for is in the town of Bethlehem. I want you to go there. It's not far. And when you have found him, I want you to return and tell me exactly where he is, so that I might honour him too." The star watchers nodded and bowed. They thanked the king and then headed straight for Bethlehem. But what they did not know was that Herod was an evil king, a king determined to kill anyone who tried to take his throne, even a little baby boy in Bethlehem. End of the story. I hope you enjoyed it. Goodbye. Merry Christmas when it comes. Goodbye.